This is the most elaborate packaging you will probably see for an earbud, and it's not just for show. You are looking at the limited edition oraimo SpacePods Moonlight edition, specially tuned by BurnaBoy. And when I say limited edition, I mean there are only 20 of these available globally, and I have one, so there's just 19 out there. That feels good to say. But how do these sound, and why should you pick up one? The SpacePods is a special edition true wireless earbuds made in collaboration with BurnaBoy. And that's not hard to notice, as you have BurnaBoy branded as part of the design. There are two versions of the SpacePods. I actually have both, and I'll tell you the major differences between them later on in this video. Now, the limited edition SpacePod costs about 200,000 naira, and it has the premium packaging you see here. The regular one costs about 42,600 naira right now, and you can see it comes in a more subtle packaging. You can pick up any of these from the Oraimo website. I'll have links in the description. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this Moonlight edition is limited to just 20 units globally, so it's more like a collector's edition, as it gives you quite the premium unboxing experience. It comes with more than just the SpacePods. You get it with a BurnaBoy action figure and a nicely done carrying case for the SpacePods. And after unboxing it, you don't have to get rid of the packaging, as it's pretty useful to have them on display, say on your desk or at home. So it's actually thoughtful. Now, packaging aside, regardless of which edition you get for the SpacePods, you get the same rugged case which has this rough texture inspired by concrete, according to Oraimo. This is the most durable earbuds case I've actually seen. It is tough. You can literally drive a car over it and there will be no damage to the case. Since you have to slide the case open, there is actually very minimal chance for the buds to fall off if you drop it. Believe me, I did a couple of drop tests and that didn't happen even once. See how I'm playing with 200k. Please do not try this at home. Now, you'll agree with me that with most earbuds, even the more expensive ones comes in casings you have to get additional accessories to protect because they are not as tough, and they always send the buds flying when dropped. So a 10 for toughness for the Oraimo SpacePods. Now, the SpacePod has what Oraimo calls a lunar design. It is actually pretty unique. The Moonlight edition has light around the edge when you swipe open the case. This is not present on the normal edition. Now, also within the case where you store the earbuds, there's a BurnaBoy signature, which is only visible when exposed to UV light, unlike the normal version which has it just written there. Now let's go on to talk about functionality. It passes the aesthetics, design, and durability test in flying colors. The buds itself has fine texture, not smooth, feels really nice to the touch. It also fits nicely into the ears. The buds are IPX5 rated for water resistance, so if you go to the gym a lot, you don't have to worry about getting sweat on it, or if you happen to find yourself in the rain for a little bit. The Oraimo SpacePods have touch controls which you can customize using the sound app. You can set each bud to perform different functions. I've set the controls for my left buds to adjust its volume and the right buds for music controls. Actually, I've triggered the music. Yeah, stop that. You can customize it as you see fit. Now, the Oraimo sound app gives you everything you need to connect and manage these SpacePods. There you can find the battery information, also toggle noise cancellation. Now, note that the noise cancellation only works when you have both earbuds in your ears for obvious reasons. It blocks out the external sound by about 70% or so, basically allowing you to enjoy your music with minimal background sound. Now, you can turn it off or enable transparency mode, which allows more environmental or background sound, so you're not completely unaware of the surrounding sound. Say maybe you're out with someone while listening to some music, if you do that sort of thing. You also have game mode, which makes for more immersive sound while playing your favorite games using the SpacePods. It comes with 5 EQ modes for the equalizer settings, and there's an extra one which is most notable, and that is the exclusive BurnaBoy tune preset, which makes for a more enjoyable listening experience, especially when listening to Afrobeats. Now, you can customize your listening experience as you see fit with the other EQ modes. Now, when connected to an Android phone, the SpacePods have a Google pop-up notification which shows on your notification panel with the battery information. Now, it also allows you to locate your SpacePods should they go missing. You can get the buds to ring out should you misplace one of them. Now, as you already know, this is BurnaBoy tuned, and that's not just for the sound quality or branding. You get BurnaBoy's voice prompts when you switch modes like connected, noise cancellation on, game mode, disconnected. You get the gist. And I have to say, it actually sounds better than I anticipated. The voice prompts, I mean. It's clear, amplified, doesn't sound robotic or forced. Just nicely integrated. The BurnaBoy fans, I'm sure they'll love it. In terms of sound quality from the buds, I actually love it. It sounds great with good bass, and when listening to Afrobeats, you're actually better off with the BurnaBoy EQ mode, as it sounds better. Now, the quality when it comes to answering calls is also really good. Very clear in my experience. All the times I use it for calls, I could hear the other person's voice crystal clear, and they could hear mine too. The only thing I noticed was that it performed better with network calls than with WhatsApp calls, particularly with the caller on the other end. Now, network might be responsible for that. Now, on normal network calls, it was crystal clear. My voice sounded very well to them. Even when I used just one of the buds, I actually have just one attached most of the time while using it, except I'm listening to the music, then I connect both. Now I'd say it does pretty good, especially for wireless earbuds that cost less than $50. Now bear in mind that in terms of sound quality and core functionality, the Moonlight and normal editions are the same, including with the battery life. The SpacePods boast about 35.5 hours of total playtime, that is when combined with the case. The buds alone are expected to give 8.5 hours on a single charge, but from my test, it lasts just under 7 hours, although that is with ANC on, that is active noise cancellation. With that turned off, it should last longer, maybe 8 hours. Now the case charges the buds pretty quick, so let's say your buds are drained or with low battery, 10 minutes in the case and you are going to get almost 3 hours of playback from the buds. The case can provide up to 4 full charges for the buds. In a week, I really only needed to charge the SpacePods once. I used it for a few hours of music daily. Now one thing I think Oraimo would have done with the SpacePods is to add a feature where it stops playing as soon as you take the buds from your ear. It doesn't do that. Also, wireless charging for the case would not have been a bad idea, especially with the Moonlight edition, to make it more distinct from the other one. Now, if we are comparing the Moonlight and normal edition of the SpacePods, as I've said before, the sound quality and core functionality is basically the same. So if you're unable to pick up the limited edition SpacePods, not to worry, you will still have the same listening experience with the normal one. So that's all from me on the Oraimo SpacePods. They are nice and I recommend them. Peace.